Are you ready for this one, guys? Yes, we're taking a look at the top 10 open world games you may never have heard about until today. So that's what we're going to be diving into right now. So some of these are out now and some have yet to be released, but most will be out in 2016, so the next year. So hello there, my fellow open world gamers. What's up? It's Robbie with Open World Games, and let's take a look at this list. And by the way, I know this list may be incomplete. I tried my best to include everything I could. If you have an open world game that I am missing, by all means, make your own list down in the description below. Let me know what open world game you're looking forward to that I missed on this list. But just for now, just remember that this is a very personal list, of course. And if you want to find out more about the games on this list, go ahead and check the description. I have included links to the games, to their Kickstarters, their early access, whatever they're in. So without further ado, let's do this. Now, I did actually cover this one time on Open World Games, but man oh man, it is progressing, and I cannot wait to see it when it's finally fully unveiled. It is called Identity, and it is expected to be the ultimate open world massively multiplayer simulator. You'll be able to take on the role as a cop, firefighter, or just grab a regular job while providing for yourself. And of course, you could be the bad guy, the robber, whatever you want to do. Yep. There will also be shopping centers, police stations, banks for investments, and of course robbing. And you'll get your very own home and apartment. And of course, car and vehicles are a big part of the game. There will even be motorcycles. The game is going all out. Now, it's one of the most ambitious open world projects next to the big AAA titles that we've heard of. So I'll keep you updated on what happens with this one right here on Open World Games. And subscribe if you are new, by the way. We'd love to have you here. It's expected to release first in beta forms as modules, giving you access first to a town square, your own apartment, and more. After this, the full game will release sometime in late 2016. But I'd expect delays because this is a huge project. And wait for more info for this one. It's expected to be first on PC, and then maybe, just maybe, we'll get it on consoles later.
I managed to survive for such a long time.
Next up, we have the Total Conversion mod for Arma 3, dubbed 2017. Now, this mod is going to transform Arma 3 into a post-apocalyptic world where you and other players will have to survive. Think a new take on DayZ. It seems they want to be a better polished game than DayZ ever was, though. The game's custom map called Bamber takes place in the United Kingdom. It looks like it's going to be pretty rainy there. The game has no set release date at this time except for soon. I'd expect that to mean 2016, or as the game's name would be called, 2017. So stay tuned here for more updates about this one.
Whether you become a charismatic warrior adept of the Technomancer powers and the noble staff fighting, a shady rogue dabbling in poison daggers, trickery and stealth, or a crafty soldier fighting with a shield and able to upgrade and improve his weapons, there's plenty of character progression to make you and your story unique.
Now, this one isn't exactly open world, but I definitely wanted to give it a mention. It is called Technomancer. It looks really cool. You know, I recall hearing about it a while ago and seeing it, but now it has progressed quite nicely compared to what it was, and it's definitely worth keeping an eye on. Instead of a complete open world, though, you'll get very large hub spaces to traverse through, and it looks quite beautiful too. You know, ever since watching The Martian, the movie, I definitely like an open world game to take me back to Mars and give me the opportunity to experience it in gaming. It's also a proper RPG with branching story decisions a la Mass Effect. It'll release later this year on PC, PS4, and Xbox One.
We'll learn to look into sky in a different way. Something happened. Death came down from the sky.
And here we have a brand new post-apocalyptic MMORPG called The Skies. Solar activity has caused chaos on a planet, and you must survive with the help of other players or brave it alone. It's currently in early access on Steam and offers a huge open world of 12 square kilometers, a player-driven economy, PvP action, and your decisions will impact the story. And don't forget about a deep crafting system So it sounds like they're going all in with this one. You can find out more about this one in the description below. Now, some of you may be interested in Minecraft, but I've been turned off by its blocky 8-bit presentation. You may be a graphics whore. I don't really blame you. Well, Boundless appears it wants to offer a beautiful art style while offering a huge open world that is completely built by real living players. The worlds will be completely procedurally generated, think No Man's Sky, with a fully player-driven economy with the ability to loot items, to sell and trade them. The game's beautiful voxel engine is really appealing and does it a great service. As someone that is a graphics whore myself, I'm just going to say it, I really do like the visual look of this one. It's very refreshing. It's out now, by the way, on early access for 34 bucks, and hopefully they add more and more to it, and it does actually grow and catch more attention. Now, I know you've likely heard of this one before, as I have covered it several times here on Open World Games, and for good reason, but we're talking about Escape from Tarkov. This one is a super hardcore, massively multiplayer shooter where you will venture into a city run by corruption to take on military PMCs and corporations. The game is divided into its free roam space, where you can do anything, collect loot, and level up with other players. And then we have the arena, where you can compete in PvP style game modes, 4 versus 4, 2 versus 2, and even 1 versus 1, and so on. And finally, there will be story-driven missions separated from the rest of the game modes, and you'll be able to experience this with some co-op buddies. The game is all about its insane weapon customization and continually upgrading your weapons. It's set to hopefully release on PC first later in 2016, and they are trying their best to get it on Xbox One and PS4. We'll see what happens with that one. Dinosaur lovers, we have something for you. Oh boy, do we. It is called The Isle. This is an open world, massively multiplayer game where you and friends can play and survive as dinosaurs themselves. You'll need to stalk and hunt your prey on a large island, and you'll be able to choose from 7 playable dinos. This game is in early access on Steam right now, so check it out. Now, the director of Metroid Prime is getting busy, and I'm sure that caught your attention there. He is bringing us something called ReCore on the Xbox One and PC later in 2016. It is definitely going under the radar right now, but I assure you I don't think that will be the case once we get into fall 2016. You'll be playing as a woman with a grappling hook who collects cores from robots. She also has her own robot dog friend to tag alongside with her. There's not much known about this game other than the world is being described as totally dynamic and open world, but it sure looks promising. Keep your eyes peeled on this one. Now, Firewatch, when it came out, it was kind of a cult hit when it released, and it appears we have a game for those of you interested in an exploration, story-driven open-world game with little to no combat. Niten is a game for you then as you explore a beautiful Japanese island to uncover its secrets. It's currently on Kickstarter. It's not yet ready to be released, of course. Link down in the description below if you want to donate.
Vital signs stabilizing.
And finally, we have Subnautica, which is actually kind of going mainstream right now. I know you've probably heard of this one. That's why it is last on the list. But if you haven't, Subnautica is an open world that is mostly underwater. Now, after crash landing, you'll need to survive by scavenging, crafting, and building your own shelter both on land and in the water. That's really the big twist on this one. Be warned, though, there are plenty of predators in this water lurking around. Grab it now on Steam as part of early access. So there you guys have the top 10 open world games you probably never heard of, and I know I probably missed something in that list. You're probably going, Robbie, why didn't you mention this game? Well, if you do have an open world game I should mention, go ahead and include it in the comment section down below. Post away. I want to see your top 10 lists for open world games that, you know, I may not know about, or someone that needs to play this open world game. Here, Robbie, take this and put it in a new list. Thanks guys so much for watching. Stay tuned here to Open World Games for more open world gaming goodness. Subscribe if you are new. Would love to have you as part of the open world gaming family. And I will see you guys later. See you next time.